This Friday is the 4-year anniversary of Kobe and Gigi's passing, along with 7 others. We can all remember where we were when we found out the news, and the basketball world will never be the same without the Mamba and Mambacita. You guys all had the opportunity to play against Kobe during your times in the league. What are some of your favorite memories of Kobe?
I think for me, I just remember being young, getting a chance to watch Kobe work out at like 5 a.m. He invited some high school kids to come, and we were able to watch him work out at like 5 a.m. That was very inspiring. And then when I tore my Achilles, he took a picture of my son, Legend, in the back, and we were talking about Achilles and, just give me some tips on, getting it healed and things like that. So, and then just being on the court. Just being on the court with Kobe Bryant. I mean, growing up in LA, watching him win championships. He was the first player on the court wearing them black tights. I remember us being in high school, going to wear black tights because Kobe had them on. But yeah, it just sets a lot of trends, man. 20 years in a Laker uniform. I mean, the greatest we've ever seen, to me, in a Laker uniform ever.
And Brandon, you grew up out here. What did that legacy of Kobe mean? Just 20 years with the Lakers. What do you feel like he meant to the city, meant to the community?
I mean, a lot. I mean, seeing him at 18, things he went through in Utah, airborne, and coming back and overcoming all that, moving to the Staples Center, winning rings. It was like, man, it was like he was from here because we seen him grow up. So, yeah, man, we got 20 years of great basketball from Kobe Bryant. So I can say being a Laker, being from LA, I really appreciate him.
Rashad, obviously.
Man, how you just transition over me? I want to go last, man. Let me go last, man.
He taught me how to be a perfectionist in the craft of, just work ethic. When I came into the league, we all think we have a high level work ethic because we in the gym and we training and all that stuff. And, being at Golden State, I got no one, everyone's just doing what they do. So, when I got a chance to do that first appearance in the Lakers arena, and he allowed me to stay, right? Because at that time, who's what's the dude over there? And I'm like, I play for the Golden State Warriors. And then I had to look, and he's like, it's fine. So me just watching just what it is to be great and the steps it makes is something that I can never, let go. I seen what it looks like up close year after year. You know what I mean? Game 7 type shit, 500 shots. I seen what a mechanic looks like. So, if I never got that opportunity, I don't know what my career would have been.
So Kobe saw you, said, nah, Gil can stay. Didn't even know you at that point? Or do you think
he probably knew me, but, he could have easily said, no, I don't need you. Get the fuck out of here. And it's whatever.
Do you think there was some respect, though, that even you showing up that early even to try to see and learn?
Probably. That's what I said. I never asked, why'd you let me stay that first time? But I'm glad he did because I really got to see what a work ethic was. You know what I mean? It's like somebody getting the chance to watch a Mayweather or a Tom, behind the scenes, just what you're doing. And, I didn't play for the Lakers and all that stuff, but I got exactly what I needed to progress in my career. So when people ask how did you, go from here to here? I watched what a work ethic looks like.
So Lexi, what are some of your favorite Kobe memories?
Well, I've never got the pleasure of being able to meet him. Unfortunately, my dad did, though. They did a camp together, I think in China it might have been. And just how excited my dad was when he got back to be able to spend that time with him, was really cool to me. And I just always knew about his work ethic. I wore Kobe's when I was in high school. He was definitely one of my favorite players. And one of the most amazing things to see was his support for the W. We had never had an NBA player, former or current, show that much love and respect for our league before. And that was really special to us. And I was really looking forward to being able to meet Kobe and Gigi, while I was playing in the W, hopefully as a LA Spark, as an all-star, all those things. But unfortunately not able to have that opportunity. But I mean, what he means to the basketball community is amazing. And I do wish I was able to pick his brain at least for a few minutes. So, yeah.
Ken, you and Kobe had some battles during your time, but obviously tremendous amount of respect for him. Just what are some of your favorite memories of going up against Kobe, and just what did you see on the court when you're playing against him?
No, mine predates the NBA. At ABCD camp. Like I didn't know none. Project kid coming from Dallas, Texas, man. I was new to this whole thing of this AAU world of basketball and all these camps. Like, I had never been to nothing like that. And I didn't understand the hype. And people was following this kid around, like really following him around, like catering to him. And I'm like, who the fuck is that? And they told me, that's Kobe Bryant. And I'm like, who the hell is Kobe Bryant? And they thought, oh, he's the number one player in y'all class. Like I said, I'm naive. And I'm thinking, because they had us going in fucking classes. And I'm thinking like, oh, he the number one player in the class. Okay, cool. So he's studious. Like that's my thought process at the time. I'm really naive. Then we got on the court and I was like, he going straight to the league. He this, he that. I was like, oh, okay, I see it. But he was walking around with a big ass radio, and people was catering to him, and it turned out that they was right. Like it was that, man. But nah, it was that memory, man. But just the battles we had throughout, man. Like I said, I didn't play his position, but I was tasked to guard and battle and certain things said back and forth, but it's all in competition. Never out of disrespect, never out of any kind of hatred. But as you know, I put him on my all-dog team, man, so y'all know the way I feel about him. So.
And when you look back, you going at him, how long did it take for you to have that respect? Was it from ABC to camp on, or was there a point in the league when you were playing against each other?
No, he never backed down. Like that skill set, most guys that's that good, they not confrontational. They not looking for action. Like they just, and when I saw that, I saw Mike in that regard, right? Just no backing down from no one at no particular time. And he was a kid, and this was a thing for him, right? And just never didn't take no shit from nobody, man. And that said a lot for the skill set that he had, and he knew what. Like we had a conversation one day. He like, you know what I do out here, and I said, you know what I do out here, and we both like laughed it off. You know, like it's that, right? Like I'm not gonna. Me and him would have never had to come to that. Because it's basketball, it's a chess match. So it was a level of respect. So
okay.
It was dope.
Which, I mean, coming from you, obviously.
Oh, yeah, no. It was.
If you smelled any weakness on the dude, you call, but just to see that level of respect, camaraderie, and actually both y'all being able to break character in those moments. Yeah. But Rashad, we'll move over to you. Just, what's your favorite Kobe memories and what did he mean to you?
I mean, I got introduced to Kobe in 2001 by Boston Celtics scout Mike Procopio. He used to send me footage when I was in high school, guys to study. He thought I had a great talent, and Kobe was the one guy. He's just like, study this. Study his footwork. It was Lakers versus Sacramento, Lakers versus Spurs. From 2001 to 2003, just look at this, watch it. And he sent me some Paul Pierce stuff and some other people, but Kobe was number one. And I remember just being in the league before, it was like first year he wore 24. And before I got to have any conversations with him off the floor and get to know him, I insulted him immediately. It was like 0.8 on the clock, three-quarter court, and I'm like, he's literally like telling him, like, give me the ball, I'm about to make this shot. And I'm like, man, only Michael Jordan make this type of motherfucking shot. And the look he gave me, Michael, don't you ever say that name around me. And proceeded to hit the fucking shot with 0.8 on the clock. And that's, walking back to the bench, that's when I'm like, everything that I studied up until this point, everything that I seen up until this point, the 81 points, the mentality, and the audacity to be challenged and compared to something that he was trying to go and reach. It was like, what? Don't say that name around me. I'm chasing that. And that just brought me to a whole nother realization of what kind of air you have to have, what kind of confidence you have to have, even if it's confused as arrogance. Don't test me. Don't try me. I can do it. And on any level, under any circumstances. And that's what he became, like that hero type of guy. Like, oh yeah, that's Superman. That's a different dude. And it helped me this morning to grow with this the epiphany to not be a LeBron James hater anymore. So I want to be able to not diminish what LeBron is accomplishing and seeing how far Kobe came with the haters that he had, and to be able to be such a fan of his and such a student of his, and him being a mentor to me, and seeing how LeBron has the same thing and the same effect with this younger generation. So I can't take anything away from LeBron no longer. And it may seem like it's hating from a malice or personal level, but it's not. It's a competitive thing for me. He's always been my deepest, darkest competitor, and I refuse to continue to make it seem like I'm diminishing his accomplishments, because a guy like Kobe, we never thought would be gone, and I don't want to, not give LeBron credit for all the accomplishments he's accomplished thus far. So just take the moment to say that, because there's a lot of haters out there that hate on me as well. So I don't want to diminish that, and I do want a clutch check. And you know what I'm saying? I do want to go to parties, and I do, I want the cat. I can't get the cat if I ain't got LeBron in the hat, right? So let's put LeBron in the hat and bring the cat, okay?
But I mean, even
That was almost a beautiful moment.
It's
almost a beautiful.
Lexi's arena. But even LeBron coming to Lakers, I think, and continuing that legacy. And LeBron's smart, he's strategic, knowing what come with that. This is Kobe City. You come to this team, initially it was rocky at first, but I think he honored Kobe's legacy and helped bring some championship waves back. We'll see if they can continue to go on that route. But, I think all across the board, just hearing y'all talk about it, because I obviously never played in the league, but just as a fan of the game, like, I wasn't a Kobe fan, I wasn't a Laker fan growing up, but always had a tremendous amount of respect. But Kobe, LeBron fans, obviously years of battling each other, going at each other, shit got very nasty. As you know, social media can be a very, very dark place. But just the amount of respect. I remember watching that Dream Team or Redeem Team doc, and just seeing both those dudes and the amount of respect that they have for each other and love they have for each other. And it really forced you to take a step back and just really, appreciate all the stuff you're saying. So it's great to hear you say that. But, we just honor Kobe's legacy still. And it's wild that it's been 4 years now. It feels like it's been such a huge void during that time. Like, life keeps going, but you never stop forgetting about just the impact and contributions he made on and off the court. Second chapter, winning an Oscar, and all the amazing stuff he was doing.
Yeah.
On the other side, kind of just being a great role model for guys like yourself, is now you figure out what you're going to do once your basketball career is over, and just how you keep expanding your life and giving your life purpose. Lexi, like you mentioned, all the stuff on the women's basketball side, pulling up the WNBA games, rocking the orange WNBA hoodie, being such a visible member. Then obviously with Gigi, helping to follow that legacy, that squad. I remember the story about them getting their ass kicked one year, then beating the team by 100 the next year, and them all posing in the photo. But just seeing that Mamba mentality and how it was in her and ingrained in her as well. So, really appreciate all y'all just kind of sharing those memories and moments. And, just want to send a ton of love to Vanessa and the rest of the family as we now honor Kobe, the 4th anniversary of his passing. So